What the fuck is all that about? And I'm also going to be talking about that idiot Jeremy Corbyn forming a new left-wing charity called Jezbollah.
Jeremy Corbyn reveals private words from Starmer before vote. Jim Davidson reacts. You're not going to believe this one. Jeremy Corbyn has just dropped a revelation about something Keir Starmer told him not after, not during, but right before a crucial vote in Parliament. And if that wasn't enough, comedian Jim Davidson has already jumped in with his trademark commentary, turning a serious political moment into something that has everyone debating online. This isn't just another routine exchange between politicians. This is the kind of behind-the-scenes glimpse that makes you stop and ask what's really happening inside Labour's leadership circle. Because if Corbyn's words are true, it changes how we see Keir Starmer's leadership, his decisions, and maybe even the future of the party itself. Here's what went down. In a recent discussion, Jeremy Corbyn revealed that Keir Starmer spoke to him directly before a high-stakes parliamentary vote. Now, Corbyn didn't just casually mention this, he framed it as significant, something that shaped how the vote unfolded, or at the very least, how he perceived Starmer's intentions. The exact words, according to Corbyn, showed Starmer's strategic side. A leader who may say one thing in public, and something different in private. Now, this isn't unusual in politics. Behind closed doors, deals, nudges, and whispered reassurances happen all the time. But when it becomes public, when one former leader tells the world about the current leader's private words, it creates ripples. Because suddenly, the Labour Party isn't just debating policies. They're debating trust. And then Jim Davidson. Known for mixing politics with punchlines, Davidson weighed in with his own take. He didn't hold back. His reaction was half comic, half critical, but it hit a nerve. In his words, Starmer's supposed private assurance sounded like classic politics. Say one thing to keep people calm, then do another when the cameras are rolling. That's the kind of line that sticks because whether you love Davidson or not, he has a way of voicing what many are already thinking. On social media, Davidson's comments blew up. One user wrote, "He's spot on. Politicians always do this, and Corbyn just proved it." Another, however, pushed back, "This is Davidson twisting things for laughs. Starmer's words before a vote don't mean betrayal, they mean leadership." Beyond comedy, insiders are weighing in too. One Labour MP, speaking anonymously, admitted, Corbyn's revelation is awkward timing. It adds fuel to internal divisions when unity is what we desperately need. A political analyst told the BBC, this isn't just about what Starmer said to Corbyn. It's about whether Labour supporters believe their leader is transparent. That perception matters as much as the policies themselves. Meanwhile, public reaction has been split right down the middle. Some see Starmer as pragmatic, doing what leaders have to do to hold a party together. Others see it as doublespeak, the kind of behind-closed-doors maneuvering that erodes trust. Jeremy Corbyn and Keir Starmer have a complicated history. Corbyn, once Labour leader himself, represents the grassroots left-wing faction. Starmer, since taking over, has worked to shift Labour back toward the centre, trying to appeal to a wider base ahead of the next election. That tension has never disappeared. So when Corbyn says, "Here's what Starmer told me before the vote," it's more than just a passing comment. It's a reminder of the friction that still exists between Labour's past and Labour's present. And let's be clear, in British politics, perception is often the battlefield. One private remark, once revealed, can spark weeks of headlines. So why does this moment matter so much? Because it's not really about one sentence Starmer may have said. It's about the question it raises: is Labour's leadership united, or is it still fractured between factions? If voters see division, it weakens confidence. If they see transparency, it strengthens it. And right now, Corbyn's words amplified by Davidson's commentary have put Starmer in an uncomfortable spotlight. One senior political watcher summed it up: this is the paradox of modern politics. Private words don't stay private. And when they surface, comedians and critics often shape the story more than the politicians themselves. So here we are. Jeremy Corbyn reveals a private moment with Keir Starmer. Jim Davidson reacts, throwing fuel onto the fire. And now, the story isn't just about a vote in Parliament, it's about leadership, loyalty, and the cracks that may or may not be showing inside the Labour Party. The big question is this: will Starmer brush it off as old history, or will this revelation linger, creating doubts about what he really says behind closed doors? And maybe more importantly, if this is just one private exchange that's come to light, how many others are still hidden in the shadows? Because in politics, it's rarely the public speeches that define the legacy. It's the quiet words spoken before the vote.